And I'm back with more Apollo Justice. Still working the case of Turnabout Serenade, so let's go. What a way to start. Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, and I'm supposed to be happy. You gave me the second degree in court, and Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. You're talking about the bloodstain he left. My department chief had a field day with that one. And a blind person could see that the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. How do you know Mr. LeTouse was really with Interpol? We wouldn't have found it out without you. I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. He said it was my reward. Are chocolate snacks popular down in the precinct or something? They are with her. I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guest. I'm not gonna find any clues in here. I did find something strange. Something strange? Met my embarrassment quota for the year, that's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? Well, I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. If only it worked that way. It just bugs me to think a little kid outsmarted me. It makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. Could have seen the air duct. They could have shot that revolver. But that's not how it sounded in her testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Daryan's voice at the time? Well, that's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? Don't pretend I didn't hear that. I mean, it wouldn't be a Phoenix Wright or Danganronpa game if they were always simple. Was it true what you said in court today? You know, about the case? About how everything is happening according to those lyrics? The guitar Serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. First, Prosecutor Gavin's heart-shaped keyring was stolen. Then Lamiroir flew through the air. Then I keep saying Prosecutor. Prosecutor Gavin's guitar caught on fire. And in the end, a bullet took Mr. LeTouse's life. And he went up into the sky with the guitar. Well, 15 feet up at least. It's kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence, isn't it? I know! And I found it! You think the same person did all of this? Well, that's me. I didn't do it. Well, neither did I. I couldn't fit through the ear vent anyway. You all think I did it! Sometimes I worry about this girl. So, what did you find? So little, I must have passed over it yesterday. I found this under the sofa. What is it? Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. The bit sticking out from the end looks familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Oh, like on a Beetle? Like on a cell phone. This device must use an electrical signal, or electronic signal of some sort. An electronic signal? Do you think you could take a look at this? Small device. Looks like a transmitter. Transmitter? Press the switch here, and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for, though. A signal? You mean an electronic signal? What is it, Apollo? Say, Emma, You know that strange object you say you just found? Oh, this? Let me try pressing it. Oh! It's on fire! Emma's device is on fire! What's the big idea? Ah! Well, now we know what this is. It's an igniter. Part here must work like a lighter. You nearly lit me up, thanks for it, that's for sure. Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose. I suppose. At least we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey, Apollo, let's ask Emma for more details. We know that she has some first-hand experience. Almost getting set on fire. What are you trying to do? Burn me alive? Come on, it was just a few sparks. Says you. You weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here just with the two of you talking. Anyway. I love that little grumpy look on her face. It just works. Now that we know this remote's for an igniter, let me see that for a second. Well, this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak. It probably only reaches about 30 feet. A transmitter, huh? 30 feet? Gee, I wonder what that means. Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage... Let's see, 30 feet from Lamiroir's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. It looks like it would also cover the stage. Kinda seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. Guess I'd best be going on with my investigation. We're off to look for more clues elsewhere then. I feel better just knowing what this is now. I'll have to look into this igniter stuff a bit more later. Good luck! I'd like to know a bit more about igniters myself. You want to set somebody on fire? Anyway. Okay, time to go to Sunshine Coliseum. Ugh. What, come to laugh at the murderer? Daryan! That old bag opens her pie hole and wham bam! My lip goes down the chute. Thanks. Won't let me work while I'm a suspect. Daryan isn't in the best of moods, is he? Now, many people are these days, it seems. It is a crime scene. It's not exactly the happiest place to hang out. Gavin had to go rub salt in my wound. My alibi's rock solid. Rock solid! So about your alibi. You have to ask? The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set. That's right. Music was blaring when we heard the gunshots. And found Mr. LeTouse dead. I got 10,000 witnesses who saw me, too. Right there on that stage. Your guitar playing was something else. Thanks, little lady. See? This whole thing's a sham. Can't believe they aren't letting me work. So don't need to yell at me. It's Lamiroir's fault. She's the one who said she heard your voice. Man, never even talked to that old windbag. How could she possibly identify me? It won't let you work? He won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low until the suspicion's cleared. What suspicion? You'd be such a stick in the mud. Mr. Gavin? A stick in the mud? He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's all depressed. You hear him whining all the other day? Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board? Yeah, that is a little petty. If it was multiple times, I'd get it. He's just a perfectionist, not a bad guy. Well, I think the Gaviners are the best. I have all your albums. The band's fine too. You can write a good tune, I'll give him that. Got to think of him, I haven't seen him around much. Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. Never been there, have I? Data on the victim should have come in from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it. Normally. Apollo, let's go check it out. I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office. Maybe it's not such a bad idea. Right on! Say hi for me. Oh, and screw you! Phew. And tell him I want into that crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yeah? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did, right? Well, great way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Don't get led astray by some siren song, huh? Get this one wrong, and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. I'll put some of my hair in it. Recreate the Family Guy joke. You're eating hair! Let's not talk to him anymore, okay? He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. Anyway, prosecutor's office. Yeah. So this is it. Gaviner's head office. It's not the band's office, it's the prosecutor's office. So that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing, object, whatever? Looks like Prosecutor Gavin's on the phone. Or, oh well, I guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind his bookshelf. That's eavesdropping. Why? Just be waiting quietly, he won't notice. What if he heard something scandalous about the band? Oh, she'd make a good reporter for a gossip mag. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, LeTouse. Look, don't talk to me about those Virginians, okay? Just get me that report, chomp chomp. And stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? It sounds like these I'm starting to miss Daryan. Huh? Uh-oh. Hi. Just thought we'd drop in. I hope you're not mad. How could I be? There's not enough tea in the world in any case. Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist. Watch and learn, Apollo. So, who have you come to see? Clavier lead vocalist of the Gaviners? Or Prosecutor Gavin, scourge of the courtroom? What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert, or the case. Which way to go? That reminds me. Did you see the paper today? Yeah, I always read the TV section. Good girl. How about you, hair forehead? I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy, the prosecutor's deadly song? Ooh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about this one. It's not a show. It's an article. It's news, you know. Does that have anything to do with the case? Since getting back from the trial, my phone's been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It's endless. It's endless! Thanks to the case you made today in court, of course. Oh, that was all Apollo's idea! Hey! Huh? Is that a newspaper over there too? Oh yeah. Virginian Daily Bugle. Go ahead, take a look. I can't read it. Oh, that's right. Suffice it to say, it's big news over there as well. Though they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics to my song. Probably no one in Virginia could believe it. It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. Their journalist didn't see the need to mention it. Well, that makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it myself. Lamiroir's testimony will probably be on the evening edition, I'd imagine. Which is why I've had Daryan step down from the investigation for now. Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum. Lamiroir was my invited guest, so it is a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case. Quickly, if possible. I really love that song. It's got such a great atmosphere to it. You co-wrote it with Lamiroir, if I remember correctly. That's right. It was last year. I'd gone to tour Virginia's legal system, as a matter of fact. And that's when you heard her voice? It was at a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk with her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow, prosecutors really do have a lot of clout. I think he's sort of a special case. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there backstage. Machi on piano, that dulcet voice. Machi on piano, that dulcet voice, and myself on guitar, I borrowed from Lamiroir. And music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer ever gets to have, huh, Apollo? It is a memory that I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this, and that very guitar is right over there. You mean this charred lump? Don't call it a lump! That's a piece of history! And it's only browned, not charred. No matter. I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, even if I could have. What happened during that song anyway? Why did it suddenly catch on fire? Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, slightly burnt guitar? I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this. That's the guitar from the concert, isn't it? I thought it was just a staff playing a gag on me. I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar. Did you find anything out? He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results he came up with were intriguing. How does this guitar tie into everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask about. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lamiroir. How did it end up here? She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it, and she made a present of it. So the guitar is from Virginia? That it is. Couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity to ruin the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lamiroir's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office. Pristine and untouched. See? Prosecutors do have a lot of clout. I still think he's a special case. Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned. Burn! What was it you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination? That's right. What was that all about? Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It's called the sound hole. So that's what it's called. Well, they found something attached to the wood inside the hole. A broken device. Broken device? Yeah, this in fact. The examiner's busy with the evidence for the case, however, so we'll be checking this out once we're finished. Wait, why, that looks strangely familiar. What's that on the plate there? Is that gum? Gum? Maybe he was chewing it when the phone rang? So he put it on the plate for later consumption. Ew! I think a rock star could afford a fresh stick. Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? Looks like a lump of plastic. Wait, that phone call. So that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing? Prosecutor Gavin, does that have something to do with Mr. LeTouse? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you? Who? Us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced... Oh, jeez. Hey, you were the one digging for a scandal, Miss Reporter. Tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently, it's a model of something undercover agent Mr. LeTouse was after. This lump? Would you mind telling us what you know about it? This was found in Mr. LeTouse's bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica? It's a small lump about an inch and a half long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say, other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was used in identification of whatever the replica was of. I mean, whatever he was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation. Well, what was it? Don't ask me, Fräulein. Well, if you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I put in a request to my Interpol via contacts, or to Interpol via contacts in Borussia. But apparently there's a block in information somewhere along the chain. Oh. Something either Interpol or Borussia doesn't want to share. Something about this little piece of plastic. He went through all that trouble to become Lamiroir's manager, just to come to this country to find out more about this lump? And he died for it. I've sent someone to the Colosseum to fetch Lamiroir. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Bourguignon. Has to be one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. Huh? Looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at the crime scene, in Lamiroir's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. The scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk about. Oh, thanks for dropping by here, Forehead. Why, you gave me so much information. An igniter, for instance. Oh, that. I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive. Well, I guess I could have hid it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing to do. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Huh? Thanks for the information. About the strange lump of plastic. One Mr. LeTouse was investigating. Hey, that's right. I've been thinking. We encounter many incidents in our lives. All of us. Not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. Or, especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. That's why I try to at least remain simple inside. And I keep a simple goal. to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah? That's all. I can live with that. Mr. Prosecutor? Fräulein? Can I ask you why you sing in a band? Because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. That's pretty simple, too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. Why are you playing in a band? To get chicks. I mean, yeah. That's what they all do. Uh-oh. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Lamiroir is? Well, I saw her in the backstage hallway. That's strange. What's strange? Can't find her anywhere. I'm supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. She's missing. I do imagine her wandering off somewhere. Being that she's blind and all. Well, I'll help you look. Great, thanks. Weird. This place is deserted. Wonder where she went off to. I'm sure she's okay. She seems resourceful. I guess, but I can't help but worry about her a little. Huh? Stage is pitch dark. Power breaker must be off. Great. I'll go get someone. That was really dark in there. Darn, that's all she has when you think about it. What would it be like to live in a world of darkness? Hey, Apollo. Doesn't something about the stage seem different? Like something's changed? Changed? I can't put my finger on it, but it's bugging me. That's bugging me too. What's she thinking? Hey, that case. Wasn't that open before? I guess someone closed it. Wait, look! Where that case closes. Something's sticking out that doesn't look like an instrument. You don't think it's... Let's open it! Whoa! Emma, we have to get Emma! Man, that must have been like a large bass guitar or something, because... God damn. She was taken directly to the hospital. Emma ran around barking orders, making phone calls. She just clung to my arm and cried. And me, still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days is too many. Too many. Emma, how is Lamiroir? Is she okay? Ah, you. We all owe you a huge thanks, that's for sure. So, she's okay? Yes. She came to a short while ago. You found her before it was too late. Well, that's good. So what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck on the forehead. By who? We don't know. But they hit her on the forehead, right? That's right in front of... How could she... Oh. Oh! Would you like to see her now? Is she alright? She wants to thank you for saving her life. Lamiroir! Ah, Mr. Attorney. You're the one who found me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me what happened? It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approaching. I thought it might be someone coming to see me, but they said nothing. When I went and returned to my dressing room, you were hit? I knew. In the very moment I knew. The assailant was trying to kill me. No! It was lucky for me the first blow did not knock me out. I turned and ran to the stage. Someone was chasing me. I could hear footsteps. Yet I reached the stage first. Why the stage? I had overheard maintenance people talking. The power to the stage area was off for electrical work. Oh! Darkness is my ally. There was a contrabass near the stage. That would explain it. Those things are probably fucking huge. That's where I hid. So the assailant couldn't see you? Once in the case, I'm afraid I passed out. Sounds like a really close call. Do you have any idea who it might have been? Unfortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word. Too bad. Yet, when I consider I was struck high on the forehead, I must conclude whoever hit me was taller than I am. Good idea. Good point. She's sharp. And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo. So that means it was likely an adult. Probably a man. Could it be him? Well, why would anyone attack you? The detective asked me this too. And to her I gave you the same answer. I do not know. I wanted to ask you about this. Do you know what this is? This is what? Mr. LeTouse was carrying it. It's a replica of the thing he was after. He was after? You know, in his secret identity? He has an undercover agent. So that's what he was doing. You mean you know what? Yes, I know. Of course. This must be a Borginian cocoon. Or rather, a convincing replica thereof. Why haven't I heard of this before? Why would you be carrying this around? Was it some kind of souvenir? I wonder. Well, they call it Borginian. Must only be found in Borginia. For certain, all in Borginia know of these. It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it? I do not know the details, I'm sorry to say. I thought she said all in Borginia knew these. There is one fact I do know about it. Something all in Borginia know. What's that? The cocoons. They are not to be taken out of the country. If someone does, and are caught, they will be put to death. To death? Why? I do not know. Yet if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there's a good reason. But this is just a piece of plastic. He was carrying a replica, but looking for the real deal. That's my best guess. So what was he up to? Tracking down Borginian cocoon smuggling. Smuggling. It seems I was marked. Marked? Life changed for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world. Ah, so you could have brought those cocoons with you? On my trips, yes. That was probably the suspicion. And Mr. LeTouse was placed as an undercover agent to look into it. Virginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside. Is that why they suspected you? But he wasn't a Virginian, was he? He was an Interpol agent, which means... What, Apollo? There must be some reason Virginia doesn't want these cocoons getting out. Something scary enough to get Interpol involved. Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread cause such a commotion? Cocoon smuggling. Miss LeTouse had her marked. Couldn't be her. There's only one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking with us. It was the least I can do. Actually, I have another request. If it is within my power, I need an interpreter. Someone who speaks Borginian. Apollo? Would you come with us if you're well enough? I see. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you. Where are we going? Come on, Trucy. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Machi, we've come to talk to you about the case. Machi. Could you interpret for us, Lamiroir? Yes. Machi, I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. When we still thought you were blind. Now we know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Machi, isn't there another secret you're hiding from us? Wait, Mr. Attorney, what do you mean by secret? What do I mean by secret? Well... Take that! If I'm not mistaken, you know something about this, don't you? Oh! Hey, you got a reaction! A big one! Machi, you didn't. Trucy and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. Not that I would have needed any training to see that one. Mr. Attorney, please tell me, what is this all about? Lamiroir, please interpret. Very well. I know you know something about this based on your reaction. If you won't tell me, I might have to give it to the prosecution. And have them look into it. He asks you to... Wait, do not be so hasty. Do you know everything? I know everything. Well, sort of. Have him tell us about it. Very well. What is this, anyway? The cocoon. This silk is a potent cure. A cure? Let's cure some disease. It's a cure for incuritis. But if it's a cure, why keep it in Borginia like that? Just think of all the lives that get saved by sharing that. I do not understand the reasons myself. Okay, well, at least we know it's a cure. Mr. LeTouse was after cocoon smugglers. Wait, was Machi? Machi, you weren't. He couldn't have been a smuggler, he's so little. Well, you're only 15 and you're sort of a magician, aren't you? Well, that's true, I am sort of a magician. She said sort of. Oh, do I have a copy of the security tape of that one? Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. First he plays blind, now he plays dumb. I wonder, do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell to someone? Machi really did bring one into the country. Was he planning on making a deal? I can't go home. Can't go home? I can't go home to Borginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Borginia is death. That's right. About the case. What about the case? This meeting's over. Uh-oh. Daryan? What do you mean? Visiting hours aren't over yet. There's a call for Machi from the Borginian embassy. This meeting's over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy, we're leaving. Daryan, wait! I never liked you. Either of you. Huh? Ooh. Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. You didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. God damn it. You didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. Apollo! There could be only one reason why. Why is everyone ignoring me? Sorry. This is it. I know who I'm after now. And it all happens tomorrow. Ah, there we go. Yay! Oh god, that was a long day of recording. Alright! Station 2, yay! Save it here and I will call it an episode. We'll get to the trial next time.